Say good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's video. Homegirl is looking homeless already. She needs another $70 haircut. But she's not homeless because I work hard to give you the best life ever. But we are wearing turtlenecks today, guys, because it is minus 26 today in Calgary. It's fine. That's all I'm gonna say. So today is going to be another sit down Q&A. You guys seem to really like when I do these. So I have a bunch of questions that I got on Instagram, and if you guys aren't already following me on there, make sure that you do, because whenever I'm not on here, I am on there. First things first, I am drinking this massive, like 5 cups of water of my greens drink. I drink this every single day, so. It's by One Up Nutrition. It's a probiotic for the gut, just helps to get in your greens, kickstarts digestion, and it helps me get in my water because I drink 5 glasses right off the bat. So here we go with question number 1. What is your day job? My day job, my all-day job is an online women's health and fitness coach. So I am based online. I've had my business for actually 5 years. It was 5 years in January 31st actually. So that was super cool. I basically just started my career based off doing what I love. When my dad passed away in 2013, I had just finished school at SAIT for Petroleum Land Administration, and I was just like, life is way too short to do anything less than what I love. So what do I love? I love fitness. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna become an online coach. People were asking me for training, and I basically just turned my passion into a career. So passion project, it's been the best ever. And I am so grateful to wake up every day and do what I love and work with amazing women. Do you ever struggle with body dysmorphia? Girl, where's my dog? Oh, she's sleepy. Yes, of course. So I used to struggle with that a lot, actually, when I was going through a stage in my life where I was binge eating, and it was just like a really vicious cycle. I had huge body dysmorphia, and I was thankfully able to overcome that struggle. I will link a video up here with all of my tips on how I overcame binge eating. It was a really dark, like 2.5, 3 years. But if I can overcome it, so can you. And body dysmorphia still happens into this day, you know, like you see yourself at like your ultimate leanness, you know, your best physique, and then you gain a little bit of weight, and then you start having body dysmorphia and thinking that you're fat. What we really just need to do is focus on health from the inside out and loving our body in all shapes, sizes, and seasons, and just not let ourselves get ahead of ourselves. Like, you know, we look good, and if we feel good, we look good, and we just shouldn't psych ourselves out and just talk so negatively to ourselves. So absolutely, of course I do deal with that. I'm a woman. You know, I know guys deal with that too, but yes, absolutely. Best advice for skincare. You have the best skin. Well, thank you very much. So I actually have a skincare video as well. I will link it up here, but I did just get a facial the other day, actually at Illume Laser. And when my skin is freaking out, I actually have my period right now. I start to break out like crazy, so you guys are not alone. I definitely have it too. The things that I swear by for my skin is charcoal soap, the Clarisonic, and then I use an all-natural face moisturizer. Always use a toner and a wipe after my workouts to make sure that sweat isn't like staying on my face. And I always use a sweat towel during my workout for the same reason. But yeah, washing your face right after your workout is super key, and having that charcoal soap, it's all natural. I swear by that. The Clarisonic really helps to exfoliate. And then for spot treatments, I like to use salicylic acid just on the pimples. So watch my skincare video. That'll be more in depth for you. All right, why is Muffin so awesome? I don't know. She's freaking amazing though, right? You guys don't see her all the time, okay? No, she's great, honestly. She made me not want kids anymore. She like filled that void so much that I don't feel the need to have children. Totally kidding, but not for right now. How to stay happy / positive when you're not seeing progress. So If you're not seeing progress, I feel like you should monitor what you're doing a lot more closely. Maybe, you know, reevaluate what you're doing, check your nutrition, see if you're actually working to your maximum effort in the gym, making the most out of your time. You know, maybe you're doing too much. So there is some things to look into to see why you're not seeing progress. But of course, either some people see progress at the beginning, and then some people, like, you have to go about 4 to 6 weeks and then you start seeing progress. The best advice that I have for you is just to stay consistent and believe in yourself, and the body hears everything that the mind believes. So just continue thinking positive thoughts, and as long as you're doing your best every single day, like you're truly doing your best and making yourself proud, everything will fall into place. Fat loss is not linear, progress is not linear, you know, it's not gonna happen overnight, but the biggest thing is just to stay consistent and work out to feel a certain way, and then that will show on the outside. Because if you're working out to look a certain way and you're not seeing progress, you are guaranteed to fall off track a lot easier. What are your thoughts on fitness classes such as Zumba, yoga, hip hop, dance? Yeah, I think that they're super fun. I would personally do that on active rest day, or maybe, you know, for like cardio. But I definitely do think that lifting weights is necessary, because lifting weights is going to change your body composition in ways that cardio alone cannot. And not only is it going to help you transform your physique, but it's also going to increase your metabolism, because the more muscle that you have, the stronger basically that your metabolism is, the less body fat you will carry. So I think that they're super fun. There is a time and a place, but I do think that the majority of your time should definitely be focused on, you know, lifting weights and your nutrition. What is your hardest insecurity with yourself to overcome? Whew, that's a good one. You know, I am not a very insecure person, but I do have times of insecurity. The reason that I say that I'm not a very insecure person is because I believe in self-love so much. Like, I believe that it will literally change your life. It will change your world. It is so important to just create a life that you love and just be a happy person. So I very much focus on self-love, and I preach that and I try to teach that. So I'm not a very insecure person, and when somebody does make you feel insecure or inadequate or unconfident, I feel like you should definitely ask yourself why, and maybe they aren't the best person to have in your life or that close in your circle, because if somebody is making you feel like that, it's not good. So why would you constantly surround yourself and put yourself in that position? But I'm thinking more of like a physical thing that was like an insecurity for me growing up, was probably the size of my face. You know, I have a longer oval shaped face, and I grew into it over the years, but obviously I had a longer face growing up, and I think that maybe that was one of my insecurities, because people would make fun of me, just being completely honest. But yeah, like in junior high and high school, but other than that, like once I grew up, that kind of stopped. So that would probably be one of them. But yeah, like I said, like everybody gets teased, right? So that was mine. But like I said, if somebody's making you feel insecure or unconfident, then definitely ask yourself, what good are they bringing to your life? How often do you have a treat meal? So I usually have one every 2 weeks, not necessarily every week, because there's no need actually. If I'm coaching somebody for lifestyle coaching, I think it's really important to do a treat meal just to incorporate balance into your life. And if I wasn't in competition, I would do the same. But it's necessary. Like I'm all about that 80-20, 80% structured, good for you foods, and then 20% you can dabble in the fun foods and, you know, save what you're craving for at the end of the week. But as as of right now, since I am in comp prep and things are a bit more structured, I have them about every 2 weeks. And that's like when I have seen changes in my physique, you know, I could really use the extra fuel and just a boost of glycogen for energy for my workouts and whatnot. So about every 2 weeks, if things are going super well and I'm getting lean fast, then every week. Have you ever been depressed, and how did you overcome it? Yes, I have been depressed before. Like I said, when my dad passed away, I entered this deep, dark depression, and I literally felt like I was helpless. Like I was in the biggest hole and I couldn't get up. And then every single time that I would try to crawl out, you know, the mud would slide and I'd fall back down. And that happened for quite some time. How I overcame it was that I knew that this wasn't me, that being depressed and being in that depressed state was not me, and it was not defining me. It was not who I was, and I wasn't going to give up and give in and settle. I was not going to settle for that. So every single day I tried to fight it and get a little bit stronger and, you know, talk to people and like work on that self-love that I just mentioned, and, you know, journal and stuff like that. And every single day I got a little bit stronger, and then eventually it became few and far. Like I would get depressed around certain times of the month, or like, you know, but eventually I was slowly able to overcome it and become a lot stronger. But the main thing is just not settling and giving up and giving in, just knowing that that is temporary. It's not who you are, and you can work through your struggles to allow them to make you stronger, not beat you down and keep you there and give up and give in. Do I feel it empowering to be single right now? Honestly, I'm so busy that, like, I mean, I did long distance, so I was able to focus on myself and my stuff anyways, but I am literally so busy, and I have a puppy now that consumes all of my time, so I don't even have time for a relationship, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, like, as of empowering, I feel like I am a go-getter, and whoever comes into my life is going to, you know, uplift it and compliment it and have to match the same pace. So yeah, I guess that it is empowering, but I definitely don't have time for anything right now. How long did it take you to lean out and build muscle? So I have been working out since 2013 consistently, and you know, taking my fitness seriously, lifting weights in the gym. So it has been years in progress to gain the muscle maturity that I have as of right now. And to lean out, I would always say that you should typically give yourself about 12 to 16 weeks to do a, you know, a gradual, depending on how much body fat you have to lose, but a gradual healthy cut. So I have gotten lean, been consistently getting leaner and somewhat maintaining around this current conditioning since September. So it doesn't happen overnight. 16 weeks is definitely preferred, but muscle is years in the making. Trust me, I've been doing what I can to grow some delts and a booty for a really long time. Do you follow macros or intuitive eating, and why? So currently right now I'm following macros and like a meal plan because I really like the foods that I like, and I am a creature of habit and I want to eat them every single day. So I'm following more of a meal plan based, especially since I'm so busy. It's just easier for me to prep things at the beginning of the week. And macros because I need to be more precise with my approach to reach a certain goal. So I have intuitively ate in the past, and I definitely think that there is a time and a place, and I definitely will do it again because that's my approach to life, because I know what my food is made of, and because I have tracked macros for so long that I can intuitively eat according to my goals and still relatively maintain or see progress. So that is an approach that I really do like, but I definitely think that tracking macros is definitely necessary in order to see actual like changes in your physique if you have a certain goal. So that is why I'm doing that right now. I hope that that makes sense. Because the goal should be to track macros, learn what is in your food, and how to eat according to your goals so that you don't have to weigh your food and track macros for the rest of your life. Time and a place for everything. When will you make it to Houston? I'm really wanting to make it out there. I have gotten so many questions about that, so stay tuned, you guys. It is definitely at the top of my list, I promise you. How do you stay so positive when it's gloomy weather? Girl, it is -26 outside today. I'm just not letting things stress me out that I cannot control. I cannot do anything about the weather, so I'm just going to live my life the best that I can and let it do its thing. If you get stressed out about things that you can't control, you are going to live a very negative life. But in the winter time, I definitely think it is very, very important to be supplementing with a multivitamin that has vitamin C and vitamin D, especially if you live in a colder climate where it gets dark at like 4 o'clock. We have a lot of dark hours and we don't get enough vitamin C and vitamin D naturally that you would like get in California, which are basically the happy vitamins and for your immunity. So I definitely think it is important to supplement those things if you live in a place like Canada. But yeah, just don't stress about things that you can't control because you can't control it. Focus on other stuff. What are your macros during prep? I think it's really important to not share my macros. Just know that I'm eating over 140 grams of carbs. I know, crazy, right? Macros are different for everybody, you guys. So if I were to tell you my macros, they wouldn't necessarily work for you, especially if they were low. I would not want anybody to follow that, but they're not low right now and I am very impressed. So I don't think it's necessary to share that. However, I think it is really important to consume about 0.8 to 1.1 grams of protein per pound, 0.3 to 0.4 grams of healthy fat per pound, and then fill in the rest with carbs according to your goal. Everybody is different. If you guys actually want to learn how to calculate your own macros, I have a macros ebook that I will link up here and in the description box, and I will give you guys a discount code for YouTube to purchase that. It is very inexpensive and it'll teach you how to calculate your macros and teach you how much that you should be eating. So I do have that resource, and if you don't want to calculate it yourself, which I think it's important to learn, you can also hire somebody like myself or other coaches that you do trust to give you that macros that will help you reach your goals. What camera do you use for YouTube? So I use the Canon G7X Mark II. I really love it. I have used Sony cameras before, and even one that is super expensive like the Sony RX100 Mark V. And this camera, the Canon G7X series, is my favorite and one that I keep coming back to. So that is what I like. How much cardio do you do per week? So I do 25 minutes, 6 days a week on the Stairmaster level 12. What is your favorite cheat meal? So as of lately, I've been loving Blaze Pizza and chocolate halo top. I'm just gonna finish a couple questions here because obviously Q&As always go longer than we plan. How about this one? This is a good one. Tell us about Muffin. How is training going? Honestly, you guys, I am very, very lucky that I have such a smart dog. I love you. She's so smart, honestly. So puppy training has been an adjustment, to say the least. Obviously, it's an adjustment to my lifestyle. And you know, I'm teaching a baby. She's literally 3 months old. So it has not been easy, but just learning how to communicate, like learning what she needs. I feel like I'm a mom right now. Her hair is crazy. It's been an adjustment, to say the least, but she is super, super smart and she's learning so fast. They say that poodles are actually some of the smartest breeds, and I believe it because she's smart, and yeah, it's going really well. She knows not to bite. She knows what no means. She knows to go outside. She's starting to like nudge me when she needs to go outside, and we call it potty. So I'm like, do you gotta go potty? She knows. I'm trying to teach her how to shake a paw, and yeah, it's been pretty good. Potty training hasn't been that difficult either. For somebody that is like OCD clean freak, obviously it stressed me out, but she's super smart. So it's going good. That is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this sit-down Q&As can kind of just be boring if you're not really into them, because I'm just sitting here talking to you. But I love talking to you guys, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. If you guys liked the video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.